Starts off.
Have you asked anybody, maybe Austin or Coach, what to expect nerves-wise going into your first start in college?
Well, obviously, everybody's excited. It's the first game. Having sat out last year, I'm definitely excited. But no, I haven't. Just focusing on the game plan that the coaches are putting together and looking forward to executing it.
Do you anticipate feeling any different being a starter versus coming in before?
Yeah, you're gonna play a little bit more. But really just excited for the opportunity. I'm not really focused on how I'm gonna feel or what's gonna be like. I'm just gonna take that as it comes, but really looking forward to playing football with my teammates. That's kind of the biggest thing that I'm looking forward to.
Gary.
Luke, I'm presuming that the team heard Friday, Coach mentioned that Antonio was good to play last Friday. I think I'm just wondering what kind of security blanket is that going to be for you after all the practice, maybe off season and the preseason you've had with him. How relieved are you that you were going to have this guy, this kind of big play guy in the lineup with you?
Yeah, we're fired up to have Antonio in the lineup. He's done a tremendous job in practice. He's been consistent every day. He's worked really hard to get in shape, and when he came back, we embraced him with open arms, and he did a great job of getting back into the groove. It can be difficult for some people. Definitely going to be an advantage to have him out there because he's such a great player, both on offense and on special teams. So it'll be fun.
Pat on the left.
Now, Luke, have you not really thought about what it's going to be like to run out of that tunnel as a starting quarterback at University of Florida?
I've definitely thought about it, but not recently, if that makes sense. You kind of think that that's all you're gonna think about, but there's bigger things to worry about, such as the game plan. UMass is a very talented defense. Their coach has been in the NFL, has a multiple scheme, and they do a really good job with their players. So I'm more focused on executing the game plan than anything.
Kevin on the left.
Yeah, last year, there were 46 sacks. I guess it was most of the country. Some of that onus falls on the offensive line, but I guess the quarterback position plays in it also. How do you feel about maybe your ability to elude pressure and get the ball out quickly?
We're very confident in our offensive line. They've done a tremendous job at gelling and working together this camp. It's always hard if you have youth like we did last year across the offensive line. We had a lot of guys that were playing as freshmen last year. But I have all the confidence in the world that they're going to get it done.
How about your escapability and stuff?
Yeah, if you focus on trying to, hey, this play I'm going to escape the pocket, that's when bad things happen. You just kind of play it as it comes. I'm confident in my ability to elude and avoid, but we want to stay within the offense as much as we can.
Zach up front.
Can you discuss your decision behind your pinned tweet?
Yeah, that wasn't quite subtle, was it? I penned it. That was kind of around SEC Media Day, and we had a great year last year. We're looking forward to this year, and it's just kind of a reminder, and it'll stay up. Just kind of a reminder to, so people don't forget what everybody was saying.
How much are you motivated by you guys being viewed as underdogs or just not, the reigning champs that you are?
Yeah, everybody says, oh, we don't listen to the hype and all that. I think it's good not to listen to hype, but it's pretty fun to listen to doubters and prove them wrong. I know it's something as athletes that we try to do as much as possible, and it was just kind of one of those little reminders to everybody that maybe there aren't a lot of people that believe in us, but okay, that's fine.
Okay, go in the back.
First time starting quarterback here at Florida, so how does it feel to have anywhere from 3 to 4 capable backs in the backfield with you there?
Yeah, the running backs have done a really good job, and even LaMichael, true freshman coming in, really came on later in camp, got some confidence. The guy's hard to bring down. Both the marks, you know, we're so versatile and body size and what they can do really well. And I think if you use all of them in the correct way, which, you know, our coaching staff will, that, you know, you get to use them in every way that a back can be used, whether it's receiving, returning, carrying the ball, short yardage, whatever it is, we have the guy for it.
Matt up front.
Luke, McElwain said something earlier about how maybe he's seen the rest of the guys kind of settle in a little bit now that you're the starter. Have you seen that as well?
Yeah, I've been a little more focused on just preparing every day and playing well in practice. I don't think you can get kind of, as a quarterback, you can get comfortable in, you know, your job. So I'm a firm believer in you have to earn it every day, every practice, every game. But it definitely does help, you know, once you get the lineup kind of set, guys kind of get to know you a little bit better, the chemistry, you get a lot more reps with the same guys. So it is helpful, but yeah, we're still taking it day by day.
Oh, Mark.
Being here last year and looking now at camps wrapped up, you're in game week. How do you describe what you're seeing from the skills position guys on that offensive side versus what was there last year?
Every year is very different. You know, I really enjoyed being around the guys last year. I thought that they were tremendous group to be around. You know, I'm more focused on this year and what we have coming back this year and the new additions that we have. I think the coaching staff has done a tremendous job adding recruits, and the guys have done a great job of working, getting better and getting chemistry with myself, offensive line, if you're talking running backs, and really just kind of getting another year in the offense. Like I've said before, it really helps a lot.
Do a couple more, Pat, and then Nick.
Yeah, Luke, your dad's got a Thursday game. I don't suppose he's gonna fly across the country, or is he gonna try to get here for the game Saturday night?
No, he'll make it.
He is gonna be here?
Mhm.
And is he gonna, have you gotten some advice from him about this game, or you expect to get some during the week?
You know, when we're both in game week, we don't get to talk a whole lot, but when we do, it's usually not football. You know, it'll be, you know, a topic or two about his game or how practice is going, but you know, he's got enough on his mind. Unless something's really pressing, it's usually outside of football. If I'm a football coach and I ask, you know, our coaches, because I have the utmost respect and confidence in what they say.
Nick.
Coach Mack apologized that we had to watch how you guys finished last year. Is that something he's brought up, the way that the team finished the last month?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we finished 0-3. You know, anytime you finish 0-3, it's, you know, the worst taste in your mouth, because, you know, some teams they get hot and they might lose a bowl game. Well, okay, we finished, you know, 5-1, but 0-3, that's tough to swallow. I would say now more so than in camp and in summer, we're focused on this year and on UMass. Just going 1-0 every week. But it definitely was a driving force in spring and in summer, but not so much right now.
What was that like for you, not being able to play and kind of having to watch almost from the same seat as us?
Yeah, it was frustrating, you know, because I knew I could help the team, but there wasn't a whole lot I could do. I just kind of, you know, did what I could in my limited role, but I'm definitely excited for this year.
All right. Thanks, guys.